All right, YouTube, talking about how to heal. There's a lot of different aspects to healing, so this might be like a part 1 or an introduction video to healing. And I have not warmed up on this, so there's like so many different parts to healing. There's like the delivery, there's the swing, there's timing, there's horsemanship, there's dallying. So there's a lot. You can't hardly learn how to heal in just one video, so we might have to make a few videos on this. But all right, so ideally this is a there's 2 different ways you can kind of rope the dummy for on the ground. You can have like a sawhorse, you can set the feet on the ground, or you can lift the feet up. So these ones are actually lifted up, so that's what we're gonna have to do. And this thing right here, the angle of these those pipes right there, the angle you're supposed to have your swing at for healing is how they're made. So if you are when you're healing, you kind of want to have your tip down like this, okay? But hopefully you're not hitting your horse in the head, okay? So that's why horses with short necks are good for roping. A horse with a long neck, it's gonna get in your way. So horses for healing, short horses are better. I mean, short horses are likely gonna have shorter necks, but short horses are good for healing because they also put you lower to the ground. When you're healing, there's a difference in height on the ground than when you're on the back of the horse. So that's what that talks about when we're gonna pull our slack. So the first thing I'm just gonna throw some loops here. We'll talk about them. So another thing about the target for healing, they say, is that right hock, okay? Like the right knee of the cow. You can have your target be whatever. You need to catch both feet, okay? You need to catch both feet. So all right, this dummy has got that little blue thing in the front. Like a real cow is gonna have its front feet way out in the front by the time you're trying to throw, but they put that blue plastic right there, so you got to get your loop in between the plastic and the legs. So all right, I should have warmed up a little bit on this. Okay. All right, the ideal, once we get, all right, another thing to think about is when you're healing, I'm roping on this grass, so the rope is not going to slide as much as it would like soft dirt, dry soft dirt. If the dirt is wet, there's gonna be more stick to the rope. This is short grass here, so there's probably a lot more stick than there should be. So all right, let's get, all right, what you want is you want that bottom strand to go underneath the feet and that top strand to come above. You want that top strand ideally to be above, in between the hock and the top of the leg. So you want the top strand to be right here, the bottom strand to come all the way through. All right, if the legs are open, let's see if we can move this thing so we can, all right. Because I'm on a hill. Okay, we moved it the first time there. Now that, I'm using a head rope So my rope is really, really soft. And the ideal heel loop you want to be practicing for the ground is to where you've got, see how there's a lot of extra rope on the left side of this loop and there's not very much on the right side. You want about, ideally you want about an equal amount of loop on both sides of here. You want that bottom strand to come through, okay, just like that. So, all right, when you're pulling on the slack for this, you don't want to be just throwing your rope and pulling your slack, because when you're on a horse, you're going to be pulling your slack way too early. All right, the time it takes for your rope to hit the feet when you're on the horse, you're gonna be pulling your slack before you're just pulling your slack way too early. So all right, and then when you got a lot of rope coming out this direction, that's when sometimes people's horse step in it. It's one reason why you don't want too much coming out on the left side. And then they get mad at their horse because they threw their rope where their horse was. There we go. There we go. See, you just need to be practicing that over and over and over again until you get loops. If the feet are up, you want that bottom strand coming all the way through. So it take a lot of swings just like that. So if we're talking about how to pull the slack for heeling, let's get another loop, another good loop here. All right, so there it is. All right, I'd never let go of my rope. All right, you throw it, and if you let go and then find it again, that's too hard. I threw it, rolled my thumb over just like that. All right, it's gonna take a lot of practice, but if you practice what I've showed you so far, you're gonna get that first step of heeling down where you're swinging. All right, there we go. Practice makes perfect. So that'll get you guys started for your first video on heeling. Thanks for watching.